Welcome to a day in the life of an MSP trying to grow their business. Fixing those computers? Easy peasy. Dealing with calls from vendors? A walk in the park. Juggling everything from payroll to invoicing? Trying to keep a caffeine addiction in check? Maybe. And mopping one's brow 4,000 times a day. But you've only got one pair of hands. And if you're also looking to grow your MSP by doing marketing, where's that hand? I get it, you're stretched for time. So in this video, we'll look at the biggest mistake in MSP marketing, meaning you can avoid wasting any of your precious time and hands on it. And just before we start, you're not on your own. I work with hundreds of MSPs all over the world. Literally, they all say they've got no time. They all want to find that next new client like yesterday, and they just want to know exactly what the successful MSPs are doing and not doing. So here we go, with the single biggest thing to avoid in your MSP's marketing. To illustrate it, I'm going to introduce you to an MSP owner. Thank you. This here is Greg, and just see if you can predict how Greg's marketing efforts will turn out. Greg's background is quite a familiar one. Always loved computers, started a break-fix shop in the early days, switched over to the recurring revenue model, used to rely on referrals but now wants to grow with a consistent pipeline of new clients. One day he wakes up and thinks, this is the day I'm going to try something new to find some more clients. He's always heard other people doing it, so, full of confidence and optimism, he prepares to try his hand at email marketing. Now, wait, don't hit stop, because you might be thinking, I'm not that interested in email marketing, that's not why I'm here. If you're wanting to do more marketing on social media like LinkedIn, or perhaps try video marketing or any other kind of marketing, you should still keep watching. All will become crystal clear in just a moment. So Greg does some groundwork, asks his peers, and finds an easy-to-use email marketing system. And better still, they have a free account to try, which is quick to get set up. And that is the first big fat win. Of course, you'll want to do your research, lean on others' experiences, and just get going quickly. In terms of the email addresses he loads into it, he does an export from his Outlook, filters out his current clients, and is left with some potential prospects he hopes to warm up. He's also bought a few thousand email addresses from an agency for business owners in his local area. Plus, he spent a bit of time thinking about who his specific dream clients would be and looking up their email addresses. And that is a second win. It's a fundamental stage, building good-sized audiences to then communicate with. Greg is feeling pretty good about himself, and quite right. He then spends some time creating his first email. He knows to keep the email light, entertaining, and useful, avoiding too much tech talk and hard selling. He feels pleased to put AI to good use, which helps him craft a short story about a new phishing scam and the effect it has on an example business. At the end, he weaves in a subtle plug for his business. Greg's on a roll with yet another win. Before you can hope to commercialize an audience, you need to build a relationship with them, aiming for no strings attached content that's both entertaining and educational. Right now, Greg feels like he's walking on air. He's doing all the right stuff to become a marketing superhero and hopefully find some new clients from it. He loads his email into his CRM and hits send. Patiently rubbing his hands, he waits and waits and waits. Apart from a few expected spam complaints, nothing happens. He waits a few more days. He checks the stats that prove that most of the emails were delivered. After the initial excitement and positivity, this lack of response feels like a real punch in the gut. So shortly after, when a support ticket comes along that only Greg knows how to deal with, he turns his attention straight to it. At least he can feel good about doing the job he knows. Well, where did he go wrong? The truth is, he didn't. Everything he did was right. The only issue is that he stopped. One email isn't enough. You have to set up a constant marketing system. So why do we stop doing important stuff like Greg did? It's because we're hardwired in our brains to avoid situations that are uncomfortable. Disappointment can feel uncomfortable. Fiddling with systems we've never used before is uncomfortable. Hell, trying to find the courage to promote yourself through marketing can feel uncomfortable. So when things don't go to plan, we give ourselves permission to avoid further pain and instead look for a feel-good win anywhere we can. There are 3 things you can do to generate new clients with powerful, effective marketing. And better still, the chances are your competitors won't be doing this stuff. Firstly, just embrace the fact that you won't get immediate results. Don't expect them, so it won't feel disappointing, meaning it won't be uncomfortable. That leads into the second point. Combine your new, calmer, more patient, resilient attitude with consistency. Don't stop. The ongoing relationship building is really important. It's impossible to become that future trusted IT partner with just one hello and then nothing. And lastly, your marketing will be 1,000 times more effective when you have a coordinated plan for audience building and content delivery on multiple platforms, not just email. I recommend you work LinkedIn, get recording videos, put physical printed stuff in the mail, and systemize the whole lot so it never stops. If you'd like some help with this, my MSP Marketing Edge program, trusted by hundreds of fellow MSPs around the world, will be your game changer. For all the content you need and the ultimate system to put around it, just check if your area is still available on the link in the description. And hey, tell me if you found this video useful with a comment or a thumbs up.